Welcome everyone, my name is Ryan and we are back with more vintage story. This is the Hardcore Vegetarian Challenge and we're standing in the middle of what will hopefully soon be our new base. That's right, it's hard to see because it's pitch black out here right now, but just returned from a little excursion to get some more wood. I had set out hoping to get some redwood, but then I came across the acacia trees a little bit closer to home, so decided to use some of those instead. And we're just trying some stuff out. You know how it is when you come to a new biome with new wood and resources available. You gotta test and see how things look side by side, but I'm not super happy with our K-pot quarters. I don't know, it looks a little grimy, almost moldy with this greenish, but I almost wish I had stripped it, because I don't think we can do that after the fact. Maybe I'll have to check the recipes and stuff, but regardless, yeah, this is the site of our future home, and we've got some really nice resources nearby. A deep deposit of iron over here, and most recently I came across, I don't remember where it was. Oh, it's just over here. Yeah, an underground seam of black coal, which also had fire clay too, so I was able, without having to go through all the trouble of crushing flint or cooking it, then crushing it, now we can just make some pit kilns and get these pit kilns going with fire clay bricks, and we've got bloomeries already. I'm planning on using these to make some glass for the building, so we're definitely going to need a bit more just resource gathering, but I want to start to get some walls placed here. You know, it's so important, especially in a hardcore run, to get 4 walls and a roof up around us. I'm going to skip the corners. I think what I might do is use some stripped kapok logs in the corners, or actually maybe acacia. We'll see how it looks side by side. Also, what I think I'm going to do around the windows and around the doors themselves. So this is going to be a door, so the frame will be like this. It'll probably be a 3 tall door, but we'll just start, we'll do 2 actually, 2 is better. But what I'm going to do there is use some bamboo. That's right. Boom, we'll grab 3 of these, because there are new recipes for this stuff, thanks to, well, this isn't new, but thanks to a mod called the Better Bamboo. Yeah, we're able to make things like this here, which is cool, a bamboo shutter, so that's going to give it a real nice tropical feel. We got the bamboo fences and stuff, that's normal, but there's a few others, like the roof. We'll probably use the roof, yeah. I don't know, bamboo is super prevalent, so it's easy to come by, but let's go ahead and make, what is it, like this? Yeah, I want several of these. Again, I don't know how it's going to look. Maybe doing it in the middle of the night isn't smart, but I just want to see. This looks good next to the kapok and this. I think it will. I tell you, I'm just really super unhappy with the kapok quarters. With those might get changed. I might end up keeping the acacia and the bamboo and then changing these out with some strip stuff. It's a bit of a waste then, because now I've got a bunch of these quarter logs of a material that I don't really care for, the look of it, you know, but I don't know, maybe I can use it for an outhouse or something down the road. Alright, we do have plenty of acacia. I'll just need to, yeah, get it all chopped up. Sawed up, I should say, with the saw. Alright, yeah, run out of stacks there, so we'll just make a bit more. And I'm going to go around, like I said, I'll leave the doors, and I might even actually figure out where we want to put a couple of windows too. But let me get this first 3 layers up, and then we'll take a look, decide on materials, and we'll go from there. Morning time, a little bit easier to see what we're working on here, and I definitely don't love it. Yeah. The windows are kind of just an experiment. I don't know. You know what's cool, though, is they actually do work. Look at that. They look really nice from the outside, too. They're real flush with the wall. Yeah, very cool. I don't know how I'm going to situate them, or even if I am going to actually use them. Because they are technically windows, but you don't get much of a view from them unless you're right up next to them. And I just don't know how it would look to have like a whole wall full of these. I don't know. But maybe we should try that. Either way, I do plan on proper windows, but yeah, this is definitely going to come out. I'm going to do something else here. And I've started to strip. Yeah, we've got some stripped K-Poc here. We're going to turn that we'll either directly use that. We'll see how it looks next to the bamboo. I think it will work, actually. I like the K-Poc once you take the bark off of it. But I think it'll match pretty close with the bamboo. And then maybe contrast well with the acacia. We'll see. Can't really tell till it's there, but okay. In the meantime, we've got some work to do here. A little bit of blacksmithing. Let's go ahead and place that down. Actually, I'm going to place a couple more. Get that out of the hot bar. And boom, we got the nuggets ready to go. Yep, so I've got like 3 tools that need to be repaired here. I think we need another stack. There we go. Yep, so we'll hammer out one of these together. Then I'll just do the rest of them off camera so you don't have to see me do the same process over again. But we've got a shovel and 2 axe heads. Man, oh man. Soon enough, though, we're going to be into the iron for sure. Let's pop this over. We got a nice big vein of bronze, though. If you are new to the series and maybe you haven't caught up yet with the previous episodes, there's one a few back. I don't remember exactly the episode number, but we came across a massive vein of tin. Personally, the biggest tin strike I've ever seen myself. I think a few commenters mentioned that they had never seen anything bigger either, but obviously there probably are technically bigger ones out there, but in my little universe it was pretty impressive. So there's the shovel. Now, as promised, I'm gonna repair these other 2 and then we'll get back to this monstrosity. I promise it won't be this ugly in the end. Alright, the blacksmithing is done. And it's time to get back to the building over here now. Well, I tell you what, I like the debarked K-Poc next to the bamboo, but I'm honestly liking the acacia less and less. I do think that this needs a bit of, like, more detail to it than just using, yeah, those logs. So I think we can still further refine these with our axe. Yeah. Let's check these. This could be interesting. Still think the acacia might need to be replaced. We might have to go and get those giant redwoods after all. I know I've vacillated or gone back and forth so many times on those. I really like the way this K-Poc looks once you take the bark off of it. Yeah, it's so much cleaner looking, and it really does match this. Okay, I think we've realized what the actual problem is. Now it's the K-Poc. So, let me see. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not the K-Poc, it's the acacia. That's what I meant to say. But maybe we can still incorporate it into something. We'll do like our windmill tower outfit. I don't know, but I'm going to take it down. First, let's get the base placed, though. So we're essentially starting over from scratch. Not to worry, just a little bit of work. But I do have 2 brand new tin bronze axes. One of them's put away, so we should be ready to go. Good news. Looks like the maple wing egg now says incubating as opposed to dormant, so I think we've got enough room in here. That was my main concern, really. And of course, I'm willing to expand if needs be. I'm sure we will expand it, make a proper little pen for our dragon friend once it's hatched, but this is exciting. I can't wait. This Draconis mod, if you're unfamiliar with it, it is amazing. This is going to be a flying mount. We're literally going to be able to take to the skies and fly around. Oh my gosh. At that point, we might have to add the dinosaurs back in. No, I'm just kidding. But, so, as you can see, it's a little bit dark out here. Do I have my oil lamp? I think I put it down somewhere. Oh yeah, I placed it over there. Either way, I doused my torches by accident crossing the river to get some more kapok wood. So I'm going to have to take a break, and I need some food too. We're out of all the prepared porridge, so I think I'll spend a bit of this evening just cooking. And to be quite honest, this doesn't look bad to me. I can't stress how much I like the kapok. But I think I would like it a lot better if it was next to some giant redwood planks. I've seen it before in other builds. It's a really nice, like, light pink color. So, let's see one more time. We definitely have some to the south of us, but I think there's like 3 or 4 trees over here that are giant redwood just standing by themselves. Maybe that one too. Not even like a true proper forest, because this is a giant redwood forest. It's not huge. There's definitely bigger forests out there, but it's actually, I would say, almost just as close. You know what, heck, that might be closer. Go down. Well, either way, in the morning, maybe that's what we'll do. I say maybe because I've already promised this trip several times and backed off of it. But either way, it's time to switch out the crucible. This is one thing I'm certain of. And we'll put the cooking pot in. I'm going to empty out the inventory because I think building is done for the night. Oh yeah, I'm stuck with a bunch of excess building materials now that I didn't really care for, so we'll have to get creative with that and figure something out. But these will get planted in the morning once I have a bit of time. Oh, and I've been collecting vines like crazy. Of course, these jungles with their kapok trees, man, oh man, they're just covered in vines. But vines are such a great thing. It's one of my favorite, it's funny to say, it's one of my favorite block types, I guess you call it, in Vintage Story, is the vine, believe it or not, because it's so useful. And it's also really decorative looking too. Yeah, but either way, enough talking about wild vines. Let's light the torches. No, that's not how that works. Yeah, take those out. There's no cooking pot involved in this process. And, oh, poo, I might have to actually whip up a pair of fire starters. I don't know if I brought mine. I think I might have left it. Either way, oh, nope, we got it. Good, good, good. Always important to keep the original fire starter. You might only end up using it once or twice in the run, but I always like to stuff it away and have it. There we go. Especially me, because I know myself, and I am constantly dousing my torches in the water. Well, it's looking like nothing has changed with our breadfruit cuttings. Over here, we said we were going to pay attention. Some of them do say 10 days. Some still say 11 to 12, though. Worried that these aren't actually growing, even though it shows them, because I don't think berry bushes aren't technically supposed to grow in the tropics, but we found some. I think they must have just been in spots where it's like, I don't know, a different type of biome. I'm not sure how that works, but it's a mystery. We'll see if we ever get white currants. Farm's going okay. I forgot to smelt up another hoe, though, so I need to do that when we get back to base, but we're leaving it behind for now, and I promise we're going to go straight to the redwoods. In fact, yeah, those have to be redwoods. We've seen them in the distance, yeah. In fact, we're just going to flash forward there, so there's no opportunity for me to talk myself out of it, so let's do it. Well, I changed my mind again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I did find something interesting. Look at this. We got meteoric iron just literally sticking up out of the ground. Yeah. There's probably more here, too. Yep, there is. Oh, wow. This is a big one. I gotta dig myself or build myself out. But sometimes they do come down at weird angles like that. Regardless, this gets marked. There we go. Precious sky iron. Alright, but it's not stopping me. Nope, I think just over that hill. No, I'm pointed in the wrong direction. I think it's just over that hill. We should start to see some giant redwoods. Let's go. And there we go. Yep. there's a couple of them up there. Still got a bit of a hike, but check it out. On the short journey here, I came across two incredibly important resources. Beehive, just happened to hear the bees right in a tree below us, and then I also noticed some clay. So that's, of course, incredibly important. We've got a couple stacks, and as I previously mentioned, there's fire clay in the black coal deposit, but of course we're going to need more than that, right? So having a nice deposit near the house is great. But a couple people, too, have mentioned high fertility soil, which I've missed in the previous episodes, obviously. But I'll have to go back and check some of those timestamps, see if they're close by the house here. That's an interesting little plateau right there. Looks like it's savanna. All right, enough delay. Let's get down there and then back up to the giant redwoods. Okay, the redwoods are just up there, but we got another slight delay. I've found an ebony tree on the slopes leading up to them. So apparently there is a savanna biome here, just smushed in a little bit. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure these only grow in savannas. But like I said, this is a good find now that we're in our building phases. I've passed a couple of these. We had one or two growing by our old house, but I didn't get any seeds or try and chop them down just because I knew it would sit in my inventory until the moment I was ready to build a house. But we're at that moment now, so I don't know. We're definitely still going to get the giant redwood. Obviously, it's right behind me, so we will. But I want to get this, see if we can get even a single seed from this tree would be a really good find. So I'm going to make efforts to get every single leaf cut, and then I'll chop the tree. Who knows what we'll build with it, but I do know for a fact that this is a really nice looking building material, and I think it'll actually go well with that acacia we've got. Yeah, so this next acacia, who knows, maybe we'll make our animal pens out of that, for chicken coop and a goat corral. Oh, they'd be living in the lap of luxury with this kind of stuff. Oh boy, we've talked about it, but we are here, and let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's pretty dense forest, so I'm actually not that comfortable, but let's get the heck up above. I did bring my bed this time. Okay, I'm not skipping. There we go. And although this axe is about broke, I've kind of full one there. I'm hoping that will be sufficient. It is about 2 p.m., so we might sleep here because there's a couple other trees. Oh, and unfortunately, no seeds with the ebony tree. So it's not really surprising. It was kind of a smaller tree. I only ended up with I think 3 stacks. They're in my backpack right now. So I'm not, or in my little bag. The basket on my back is what I should be saying. But yeah, let's get the leaves here. I definitely don't want to fall. I'd like to get some branches, get on to the branches here. This makes me nervous being this high up. Only having the one life. But the ladders are really better than just towering up, I think, at this point. Yeah, this is very high. Okay, we are on a branch now. Step over here. This is probably the closest to death we've been in the whole series right here. Ooh, just not think about it. I am afraid of heights in real life, but in video games I can usually, get over that kind of a fear because I know it's not real. But in this situation, it is a bit more nerve-wracking. Should we jump down? Oh boy. Each level we get closer to the ground, the better off we'll be if we do fall, though. So, and eventually I will try to take this whole tree down. I honestly don't know if the axes will be up to it, but I'm going to get as much of the leaves as possible, but I'm not going to go to any extreme risk. All right, should we fall here down to that platform? Let's get these. Anything else? Of course, all the sticks and any potential seeds here will hopefully fall to the forest floor when we're done. That's really the hardest part, is just policing up all the sticks and seeds and stuff, if there are any, once we get to the ground and chop this sucker. I'd be careful. We're a little bit lower, though, so I'm not so fearful now. I don't think we would die here. Let's get the last of these. Go out on a limb, so to speak. Has anybody noticed any seeds falling yet? I haven't, but I would love to plant one of these on like the hilltop near our place. Oh, that would be great. It'd be hard for me to resist just leaving a giant redwood right by the house as opposed to like chopping it for lumber, you know? All right, so I think we go ahead and drop. There we go. Beautiful. And all right, I assume the ladders will come down too. Oh, bam. Giant redwood seed. Well, it just calls it a redwood. But it'll be giant. Oh, it better. All right, well, we got one. Mission accomplished. Let's go home. No, not yet. I thought I heard something. I'm nervous. All right, we got to spend a bit of time here chopping, so let's keep our back to the cliffside. Hopefully anything that potentially would attack me would come at me from the front, but let's just chop it together in case anything happens. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, this first stack's definitely not going to hold up, but that's okay. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. It breaks into quarter logs. I forgot about that. Oh, I think we did get some, like, of the heartwood, I guess we'll call it. I don't think that's its proper term, but it's so cool looking like that with the rings. Oh, man. I kind of want to try and, like, maybe we plant one of these near the house, like right close to it, then chop it down and just you incorporate like the stump into it. Now I wouldn't need to do that. I could just place the wood. But yeah, building like a giant redwood stump or something, that could be interesting. Maybe for the chicken coop, you know. To be honest, I got enough wild vines. Not throwing that out. I'm gonna lose the sticks too. Maybe if I can. Yeah, because I want more of this wood. Well, I guess we don't really need to go to any of the others right now. I couldn't carry much more than seeds if we did go, so this was a good trip. Oh, there's more over here. Yeah, and of course, the less time we spend in this forest, the better. Alright, are we totally full? Only ended up with the one seed there. Alright, we've got a bit more room. Let's take this out. Get every little piece. Okay, very good. Alright, we're losing light though, so if we're quick... Oh, there's a piece. Up in the trees. Yeah, if we're fast about it, we can probably get back home. It might still be getting dark, but... Yep. This is good. All right. Whoa, don't. Oh, my God. End up killing myself. No. It's not going to happen. Let's put some water in the hot bar and bowl of porridge. Good news is that's my last bowl. Well, that's not really good news, but it lasted us for the trip. So, all right. Barring any unforeseen falls or bear attacks or something, I don't know, we should be good to get back home and start working on our building again. We are losing light, but I just emptied a jug. Whoa. What the hell was that noise? Something just growled at me. What was that? I swear I just heard something. Oh my gosh, I'm scared now. I was going to take the opportunity to fill up this slot with some of this gravel, and not for panning either, but I actually like gravel for flooring. in my blacksmith area. I think it's a very fitting type of flooring, and it's got really satisfying crunch to it too. I can actually maybe do 2 stacks if I use my lamp in my offhand, but I don't know if I need 2 stacks worth. Maybe. Might want to have, you know, our windmill and blacksmith to be pretty large. We'll see, but I'm a little bit nervous about that noise I heard. Maybe it was an auditory hallucination. You know, those are possible. That's what I'll tell myself. But we are losing light, so it's not the safest place to be. We're about halfway home, though. I could sprint home in about less than an hour's game time, so... Oh, okay, I just heard it again. It legitimately sounded like a bear or something. Is there like something in the water? You know what, there's bound to be more gravel down the way here, so yeah, let me just maybe I'll travel a little bit farther and collect gravel from a different area. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but I just decided to hop in the river and sail all the way down. Not really sail, just swim. Let the current take me along, though, because it's been a pretty quick trip that way. I love it. I think I've avoided it because of the torches up until now, but anyway, we made it home. We're back to our god-awful monstrosity over here. I think this redwood is really going to shape it up, but let's be cautious. We've been gone for the day, so want to make sure no new neighbors have moved in or anything like that. I think I'm just going to empty out the chest. Oh, that noise too. I'm pretty sure it was a horse. When I think back on it, got 2 stacks of the gravel. That's awesome. That I'm going to take up to the top of the hill in the morning. But, oh yeah, and let's take off that, put that away. See what we got out of this. Oh, ended up with 3.5 stacks of that. We'll take that. All right, that's my traveling bag, so I'll leave it there. And yeah, oops, that doesn't go in there. This is a good haul, though. Yeah, I think we have everything we need, just about. I might need to go get like more bamboo or something. Maybe even some more kapok, just for detailing. But yeah, I think we're ready to really start digging in on the building now, finally. And again, no plan, just going with my gut. Whatever feels good, whatever feels right. Does require a bit of, you know, take down, replace, a lot of work, but I don't mind it. In the end, it's fun that way for me. So, all right, let's get things situated in our inventory. I can never be too calm and collected when I've got a mess in my inventory. So that's going to get planted tomorrow. Okay, I don't really need the clippers on me. The shears, put those away, and those can go too. Looking good. Yeah. So I am going to probably cook up a bit more porridge. Getting low on the amaranth, but the garden's going, so. Oh, that reminds me too. Yeah, I've been making more of the splitter plugs because I want to have 6 of them, so that's 4 right there. And I have enough tin bronze set out for another 200 because I was going to kind of keep going with it, but let's pick the hoe mold. There it is. Yeah, so I'll just add something to it. There we go. And I'll grab a bit more of the copper. Ooh, I think we are out of copper nuggets. Wait, there's 10 of them there. That's in the wrong chest. 13 plus the 1 right there. That's not enough, but do not worry because we've got more. There it is. Oh yeah, I've got plenty more. And of course we found another underground source too. Hammer's over here. Yeah, well, we were down in that cave near the coal actually. So bam, there we go, plenty. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this heated up, pour out some molds, then probably it's off to bed. I'll do the cooking in the morning. I do have a crock pot with some porridge already made up, but I'm anxious to start building, people. Here we are on top of the world. Actually, it's just the top of the nearest hill. I guess I could go up to that one, but no, this one's the one that directly overlooks our house. So there's the redwood sapling. Yep, here's the house. It says it'll be ready in 2 days. Of course, it probably takes more for it to mature. That's 2 days for the sapling, but I went ahead, extended the farm a bit. Got that bronze hoe to work. There we go. It's all flax, too. Getting ready. We got to have a windmill. I mean, heck, the way we're going, we could probably get that built before the iron. Well, no, on second thought, probably not, because I've still got to get all the resin. Oh, I hope that plant-based fat that we have will work in those recipes, too. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. I've got one piece of animal fat, but we've got this awesome plant-based fat from the mod by the same name. And yeah, okay, it does show it in the recipes for windmill stuff. Beautiful. Whew. Breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, this is actually really cool. I mean, it's almost like the mod was made especially just for this playthrough, but no, I know that's not the case. Get these sunflowers here, but okay, enough distraction. Let us put away the grass and pick up some redwood here. How is this gonna look? Maybe let's grab the ebony too. We'll see how that goes. Now this stuff, do I need? We can use quarter logs just for the planks and stuff, right? Never actually built with it. I've seen it. Oh yeah. That's fine. Does this... Maybe we should save these in case we want to do stripped bark or quarter logs, because I don't know if we can turn these into those. But there we go. Alright, let's also get some ebony. A couple of those. Save the rest of it. Alright, that's a lot of stuff. I'm full here now. Let me put some of these redwood boards away. There we go, pick up our saw. Alright, so... Boy, I honestly think that this ebony would look the best. Yeah, next to it. Let's go ahead and make some. We'll make some of this too. Alright, so... Yeah, I just don't think we'll have enough. Man, it looks so perfect next to the stripped debarked acacia, or K-buck, sorry. Yeah, it really does. It accents that yellow goldish color very nicely. Let's do maybe a strip like this. Probably have enough to do at least one layer. Still don't know what I'm going to do with the windows, but we'll just build it out as though it's going to be a solid wall. But I'm going to put some windows in here. I need to make a special trip and get some quartz. I'm sure it's around. Just haven't spotted any yet. Yeah, that looks really nice. I almost wish I could just make the rest out of ebony and kapok. That would look really good, but again, probably don't have the ebony for it, so... It almost looks like, I don't know, Neapolitan ice cream in a way. Strawberry chocolate vanilla there. Maybe a sandwich cookie or something. Oh, now I'm making myself hungry talking about cookies and ice cream. Well, let me get this around. Again, there's... you know what? I kind of like it. The multicolored. Let's see what else we can do with it. Oh my god. If we get it all wrapped around, then we can start to play with the next couple layers, because I don't know exactly how high I want it, but it's probably going to be higher than this point. We might go up another 2. I might just do another layer, do another layer of stripped kapok, then this. We'll have to see. Like I said, let me lay the rest of this out, and then we'll start playing with the higher up. Oh my gosh. I think I love it. So I just got the idea to add in those acacia planks as another layer. Then I capped it off with some more of the stripped kapok. Gonna have to go back to the jungle, though. Yeah, I don't quite have enough of the K-Poc, but that's okay. Just a quick trip across the river. And I also raised the doors. They were at 2 level, but I'm going to have to make some more nails and strips, get some 3 high. It just didn't look right with that, like, 3rd layer right there going over the top of the other 2 where they stopped. So I brought it up. I think it looks okay. I mean, it does more look like a sandwich cookie. But, you know, imagine a little bit of detailing. Maybe I'll get some of the banisters or support beams. That's what they're called. We can do some detailing with those. And I'm probably going to make use of this area too. Maybe we'll have like a separate storage room. You know, this could be our kitchen, and then have some blacksmithing going on somewhere too. So, in other words, it's far from complete. So please don't judge me too harshly. It's a work in progress, you know. It's an experiment too, and a lot of materials that I don't normally work with. But, you know, it might be better if I replace these corners with a redwood. That might match it a little bit more. I don't know. We'll have to play around and see. But like I said, I've got most of the material. I just need a bit more of the K-Poc. So I'll venture over there. And maybe I'll play with it a bit more off camera too. We've had what are basically 2 different building episodes back to back. So, you know, if I get a roof on it, then we can start to think about going to collect our iron and building even bigger projects and stuff. Collecting honey is now going to be a thing since we've located some fairly close by, right there at the foot of the hills. So we've got a lot to do still, everybody. Oh, and we can't forget, we got to keep tabs on the dragon. It does say it can take a while, so we have to be patient, but one of these days we're going to see a little friend here with us, and I can't wait. We'll have to name it and everything. Please start leaving suggestions for names down in the comments. I will read them all, but I think we'll leave things off here for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here. I am really starting to enjoy the series more and more as we settle down in this location. Tried different things with the buildings, so I appreciate everybody who's been with me up to this point. And of course, if you're new too, I appreciate you as well. But hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.